This is News Channel 4's continuing coverage. We shall overcome.
President Bush signs the law tonight authorizing the use of force to root out Osama bin Laden and the terror networks threatening world peace.
An ordinary grocery store frozen by an extraordinary event. New video from the buildings near Ground Zero. Disturbing evidence of the economic impact. Good evening. Another economic jolt to the nation as the city faces a crucial decision.
1 week after that terrible Tuesday disaster, officials will soon have to decide whether continued rescue efforts are futile. Search teams have redoubled their efforts to find the black boxes, the cockpit voice and flight data recorders from the planes that hit the Twin Towers. The sudden slump in air travel will reportedly force Boeing to lay off more than 30,000 workers. A federal grand jury in White Plains is hearing evidence. And President Bush praises positive statements from Yasser Arafat, who said he is enforcing a Middle East ceasefire. Our team coverage begins with John Noel near Ground Zero. John?
Chuck, there are rescue workers back there tonight digging with their bare hands until their fingers bleed, refusing to give up on the search for survivors, even though it is 7 days since terrorists attacked and leveled the World Trade Center. 1 week after terrorists brought down the World Trade Center, the rubble is still smoldering. Just one of the problems rescue workers face as they try to find survivors.
It's like a big pile of pickup sticks. You have to take one beam off, and you have to cut everything. Everything's all intertwined and twisted, and you have to take it easy so nobody else gets hurt.
Earlier in the afternoon, New York City's mayor, the state's governor, and United Nations Secretary General Kofi Annan walked through the area of destruction. The first time cameras have been on the south side of the collapsed Twin Towers. Also the first time the UN Secretary is seeing any of it in person.
It's much worse than I thought. I don't think any of the television pictures or the pictures we've seen in front of newspapers gives you an idea of the magnitude and the horror which is now here at Ground Zero. And we have 5,000 people missing, each with his own story that we may never hear.
The mayor, too, has said seeing this for himself is nothing like seeing it on television. And seeing the rescue crews at work, he says, has also been an overwhelming experience.
Yesterday, when I came down here and I watched these people, there's something I want to tell you. This generation has exactly the courage of the generation that fought the Second World War. They inherited it. They were taught it. They have it. They're just as strong and they're just as capable of defending themselves and defending democracy.
But the mayor says despite all of their hard work, it is unlikely any more survivors will be found under the rubble.
That doesn't mean that we're still not trying just as hard as we would if we had more substantial hope. That's the way our firefighters are. That's the way all of the teams that have come to help us are, the police department. But we have to prepare people for the overwhelming reality that the chance of recovering anyone alive is very, very small.
And rescue workers say they are not even close to giving up.
I'm American. If one of us gives up, it'll have a domino effect. And we can't have a domino effect. It got to keep on going till we get our brothers and sisters out of there. Everybody's involved in this. Everybody's involved in this.
While rescue workers continue to search for survivors, investigators are looking for 4 black boxes, the flight data and voice cockpit recorders that were on each of the planes that hit the 2 towers. Pictures of what they look like have now been posted in the Wall Street area. Investigators hoping that if they were thrown free from the crash site and they are found, it will help them piece together the minutes of what happened on that flight leading up to this tragedy. Reporting live near Ground Zero, John Noel, News Channel 4. Chuck Sue, back to you.
Thank you for watching this video from NBC4 New York. You can subscribe by tapping the button below me, and on the left you can see our latest updates, investigations, and digital exclusives. We'll see you next time.